Hello guys, and welcome back to me, Yanu, for another video. Now, normally I do gaming, normally I do comedy, check them out if you want to. But yeah, today I'm doing something different. I've not scripted it, you know, I'm just basically saying off the top of my head, because I should have done this video just like the other video about shopping. So if you haven't seen that, go check that out. But I haven't done anything really regarding this, and I should have a long time ago, but I'm getting around to it. So I'm just going to get out in the open, say what's on the top of my head, and yeah, as I say, let's get on with this video. So basically, the beaches. I mean, everybody loves the beach, right? Well, not everybody, but a lot of people obviously do. But there's one hidden danger that you might think of. Now, you might think, oh my God, you know, I'm not allowed at the beach, you know, and all this, and people can do it. You can go there, you can have a 2 meter distance, you can have a 3 meter distance, you can have a 4, 5, 6, 10 meter distance. You can even be sat on an island across the sea that no one else is sat on to keep safe, right? That is true, right? But there's one thing that meets us all together that is a little bit of a problem. Now, it's okay having that distance. I believe some people aren't going to be doing that. I believe people are actually going to be closer together than that, and probably even touching each other and God knows what, you know. I really do believe that'll happen. You know, not every single person is going to be distancing, because some people just don't care, you know. They just don't care. They just think, oh yeah, whatever, you know. And it's these little hidden dangers that can cause a problem, right? I mean, you might think, whoa, how is this happening? You know, well, that's not me. I'm not doing it, so if he's doing it, at least I'm safe. But the problem is, you could still come together without realizing it. Now, let me explain. Let's say, for instance, you're on the beach. As I say, you could be on that island over the sea. You could be, you know, 50 meters away. You could be 100 meters away. You could be 2 meters away. All right. But if there is, as an example, an ice cream van, right? An ice cream van comes along and he says, oh, I want to make some money, so I'm going to sell some ice creams, right? Now, I've covered this a bit on the shopping one I did, but obviously I'm doing another one so you understand and you don't miss that part. And basically, what is the main source of payment? Unless they decide to pay by card, majority of people in the past will pay cash, right? And even to this day on my shopping one, people are still paying cash, right? And this is the problem. If I said to you, can you go up to anybody in the street, a stranger, someone you know, whatever, and shake their hand? Now, the government says with COVID, no, you cannot. You can't even be 2 meters within them, right? You have to not shake hands. You have to not be near each other, okay? You can't even have a barbecue and have your own, you have to have your own food, you have to have your own cutlery and all this, right? So you cannot touch, but you go to the ice cream parlor or you go to an ice cream van and you say, oh, I want that 99 flake and all this, right? And you sit there and you pay them cash, all right, or someone else pays cash, and you're in a queue, a big queue, right? And you're all 2 meters apart in this queue, so you're keeping distance. But the problem is, you go to there, the guy's dealing, whether he's got bare hands, whether he's got gloves on, right? Unless that guy is constantly washing his hands, unless he's constantly changing his gloves, unless he's constantly sanitizing, every customer he's dealing with, he's handing the cash, right? And he's putting it in his till and he's pressing the buttons and he's opening the till and putting his money away, and then he's grabbing the ice cream and he's giving you the next one, and so on and so forth, right? And this, and at any point, if he's touching anything and you're eating and it's handled cash, it's no different to shaking someone's hand. It's like saying, all right, mate, how are you? Yeah, nice, can I have an ice cream, please? You know, you've handled cash, he's taken the cash, he's taken cash from someone else's hands and he's put it into his till, and he's gave you the change for that cash, and then you've got the ice cream, right? Let's say, for instance, as an example, he takes your cash and you're owed change. So he takes the change, he gives it back to you, you go, cheers mate, thank you, and then he gives you the ice cream, you grab the ice cream, right, and you think, okay, I've not touched it or whatever, or I've got a bit of paper around it or something, and that's really difficult to deal with. Now, even if you did, what happens with an ice cream in most cases in the heat? They melt, and when it melts, it happens to the kid, it happens to you, it goes down your hand, right? And when it touches your hand, what's the first reaction? Lick your hand. And what do they say? Eyes, nose, mouth, you're not allowed to touch, because that's how it gets in you. If it's on you, like your skin or gloves, you can take the gloves off, you can wash your hands and it's gone. But if it's in you, that's how the virus gets inside. Now, when you're eating an ice cream or something and you're passing on, and this is even worse. I mean, might put you off here, but I even saw in lockdown, right, before this was unlocked in this state, right, people were going to beaches, and there was stories in the local beaches that people, because there's no toilets, is there? Now they say wash your hands regularly. Wash your hands regularly, right? But you're on a beach and you've got no facilities open, no toilets, which means you've got no sinks, unless you've got your own sanitizer, right? But people were leaving their own poo. They were pooing in bags and leaving it. That means you're pooing, right? And you can't wipe, you can't wash your hands, right? So you imagine all these people on the beach who are doing this and leaving it on the beach for the council or whoever to clean up, right? Imagine how dirty that is, right, on your hands, and you've just handled it. Now imagine if you've gone to an ice cream parlour or a van and you're buying an ice cream and this is happening. You know, you're there like having an ice cream and stuff, and it's melting down your hand and you're licking it and you've got the little flake on top. I mean, is that the flake or is that something else? Do you know what I mean? Some brown lump on the top of your thing. You've just got someone who's had a poo and put it in a bag. I mean, Jesus Christ, that's mental. You know, and yet they say wash your hands regularly. These are all hidden dangers that you don't see and you're passing on all the time. So anyway, guys, little bit of advice for you there, you know, to stay aware, be careful if you want to go out to the beach and stuff, but just be prepared that other people, not every single one in the world is going to be like you. You might be there going, no, I'm safe, I've got me, you know, I've got me a mask on, or I've got this on, or I've got that on, you know. Just be careful if you're wearing a mask in the sun, because, you know, by the time you have a suntan, you come up, you get home and take it off, you've got this big white, like Joker mask on, because, you know, you've had a suntan and you've got a completely white, big, you know, mask, shadow sort of effect. So anyway, guys, you know, that's just a bit of advice for you. Not everybody thinks the same. You've just got to think and be careful. And if you're going to take these risks, you know, that's fine. But at the end of the day, you know, they're hidden dangers that you might not see and you might get caught out by it. Okay, guys, that's me done. So until next time for another video, if you want to check out my gaming and comedy episodes. But until then, if you're a happy gamer and you know it and you want to see me again, click the subscribe button and remember my name, Yanu. That's who. See you later, guys.